Hey everybody, it's D here from DayLate Gaming, and today I am going to start playing Skyrim Special Edition on the PS4 modded. I don't have a whole lot of mods for this, nothing that's really game-changing. There is two that make a difference. Both of them from the what do they call it? The Creation Club. That's it. I kept wanting to say Catching Club. That's just weird. But both from the Creation Club. One, or at least the two big mods. One is supposedly zombies come at night, which I think sounds pretty cool. And then the other one adds the ice, fire, lightning, and the soul arrows. This is actually my... Oh, no, I'll get to that later. But yeah, those are the only two big mods I'm using. I'm going to have other ones. I'm actually going to include just a few others. I'll take a look at them just to double check them all. And once I get out of Helgen, you'll see most of them. But in this playthrough, I'm going to be playing as a Khajiit. It's my favorite character to play with, because typically I enjoy going through and using stealth and archery, kind of sniping people from across the room and stuff. To me, it's just a lot of fun instead of just running in, swinging the sword, and which I know is actually more fun for most people, but for me, it's a blast to sneak through and wipe out a room before they even know you're there. I just think it's so cool. Role-playing wise, I know some people typically do role-plays. I'm not going to go into this game acting like I've never seen it before and have a character set up and everything. I can't do that. Not to mention, I've played this game and beat everything once, but I've played through it dozens of times, like starting new characters, different play styles, and things like that. So I'm not going to have that set up, but I will have a certain mentality with the character, and it's going to affect how I answer certain scenarios. But I'll get into that later on. But with that, let's just go ahead and get started. Yeah, as you can see right there, it said mods are currently enabled, so trophies are disabled, which I'm not worried about it. I have a majority of the trophies in here. The only ones I don't have are the ones for the DLC. I've had the Skyrim Special Edition for a while, but I've only actually played through it once since it came out on the PS4, and I never made it to the DLC. So I don't have any of those trophies, but in the base game, I've got all the important ones for completing the main story, all the major, or all the guilds, and other things like that. So I'm not too worried about not getting any of the trophies.
Hey, you're finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
We're all brothers and sisters in binds now, thief.
Shut up back there.
What's wrong with him, huh?
Watch your tongue. You're speaking to Ulfric Stormcloak, the true High King.
Ulfric? The Jarl of Windhelm? You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they've captured you... Oh gods, where are they taking us?
I don't know where we're going, but Sovngarde awaits.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Why do you care?
A Nord's last thoughts should be of home.
Rorikstead. I'm from Rorikstead.
General Tullius, sir. The headsman is waiting.
Good. Let's get this over with.
Sure. Mara, Dibella, Kinnereth, Akatosh, Divines, please help me.
Look at him. General Tullius, the military governor. And it looks like the Dalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
To go inside, Luca.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
Yes, Papa.
Get these prisoners out of the carts. Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line.
That thief is such a coward.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the guards waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead.
No! I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward. Who are you?
Okay, real quick. I can't help but always laugh whenever that guy, the thief, goes to run. The way he says, you'll never kill me. To me, his voice is hilarious and it cracks me up. It makes me want to laugh every time. Like, he says it almost in a sing-song manner, like he's playing a little game. And of course, with how not really jerky, but how like unnatural the characters move. I mean, you've seen them when they take off; they don't move naturally in the game. All I can that just furthers that thought of him playing a game, and I expect him to start like bobbing and weaving and doing serpentines and like, you'll never get me, you're never gonna get me, and it just cracks me up. But like I said before, I'm playing as the Khajiit. I'm not gonna sit here and put a lot of time and detail into the character creation, mainly because I'm only gonna be in third person every now and then, just for the heck of it, to check out my gear. And other than that, I'm not, or it doesn't matter what I look like, especially because I'm always going to be wearing, like, a helmet or a hood or something. You're never going to see my character. So I'm just going to pick, like, a random one. I might tweak its color a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the character creation. Okay, so this is my Khajiit. I just chose one of the presets, and then I changed his eye color, his hair, and if you look at the right side of his face, well, his left, our right, that big white patch on the side, that's just a war paint tattoo. That's all I did. Even then, like I said, I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to. You're not going to be able to see it or anything like that. So now I'm done. I just need to name them. For the name, I typically go with Roland. The reason for that is one of my favorite books is the Dark Tower series, and the main character of there is Roland, and he is a gunslinger. You know, carries a 2 6-shooters. So whenever I play a game and I use a character that shoots, whether it's a bow and arrow, a gun, or whatever, if their primary weapon is a shooting skill, I typically name them Roland. If I ever play as a character that uses a sword, I always name them Derval. It's from another series of books called I can't remember what it's called. I remember the author is Bernard Cornwell, and they're based off of the King Arthur. It's a story based on King Arthur. And the main character in the book, or at least from the story's perspective, his name's Derval. It's actually spelled D-E-F, or D-E-R-F-E-L, but the F is pronounced as like a V. Sorry, I had a total brain fart. Yeah, so typically I go with one of those two names. So this time I'm just going to go with Roland. Now, I have another save file with a Khajiit named Roland. I'm not too worried about mixing these up, because when you save it, even if your game is modded, when you save it, it says modded gameplay next to the save file. So whenever I go to load, it'll say Roland, then it won't say anything, and then there's going to be another one that says Roland modded, so I know which one's which. But let's go ahead and go with Roland. Done.
You with one of the trade caravans, Khajiit? Your kind always seems to find trouble. Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure your remains are returned to elsewhere. Follow the captain, prisoner.
That's jacked up. Not on the list, which means I wasn't processed. They just kind of took me and threw me in there. Or into the cart with everybody else.
Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was that?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos, shut up and let's get this over.
Learn.
As you wish.
Come on! I haven't got all morning. My ancestors are smiling at me, Imperials. Can you say the same?
You Imperial bastards!
Justice!
Death to the Stormcloaks!
As fearless in death as he was in life.
Next, the cat!
You ain't even gonna move his body out of the way?
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
His body's still there. Ew.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries, what do you see?
It's in the clouds!
Is that would the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
We need to move now. Up through the tower. Let's go.
He was all calm 1 second. Legends don't
Come
burn
on,
down
Swing,
villages.
Move.
And then he just screams, "We gotta go!"
We'll have to carry this one on our back. To move.
Get back! See the inn on the other side? Jump through the roof and keep going. Go! We'll follow when we can.
Now, I think on that part, if you go up too fast, you can actually die when Alduin breaks through the tower wall.
Focus on me. You can do it.
And what's really jacked up is they're telling me, like, hey, the only way you gotta go, jump through the tower.
You need to get over here. Now! That boy. You're doing great.
Oop.
Toro!
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Gods guide you, Hadvar.
Yeah, but they're like, jump through the tower. It's the only way. Jump out. You know, jump out of this 30-foot tower into that building on fire. It's collapsing.
Quickly, follow me.
And then right after you do the jump, they're like, okay, we found another way to go. We'll meet you later. What do you mean it's you and me? You said you're going to join the defense.
Rayla, you damn traitor! Out of my way! We're escaping, Hadvar. You're not stopping us this time.
Fine. I hope that dragon makes you all the stronger.
You, come on! Into the keep! With me, prisoner. Let's go!
Let's go over Rayloff.
We'll meet again in Sovngarde, brother. Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go.
Thank you. So we're standing
May as
pretty
well take
close.
Gunnar's
It's awkward.
gear. He won't be needing it anymore. All right. Get that armor on, and give that axe a few swings. I'm going to see if I can find...
Let's see. Apparel. Drop and drop. Yeah, I equipped it. Okay. Let's go ahead and favorite it.
some way out of here. Ah, this one's locked. Let's see about that gate. Damn, no way to open this from our side.
Come on.
Come on,
The
soldier!
Imperials!
Keep
Take
moving!
cover!
Get this gate open.
that they see me. Oh, I need to, yeah, I know my stamina is low. I just did a power attack. Stop blocking. Come on. Ooh, my bad, Rayla. Which reminds me of my magic. Favorite. Restoration, healing.
One of these Imperials had...
There we go.
Let's see here.
Yep, light armor, Imperial light armor.
Here we are.
Now, one thing I think is a really cool touch about this is the Stormcloak's light armor is an armor rating of 23. The Imperial, oh, where is it? Oh, this one's studded. So maybe that's the difference. It's not just light Imperial armor. But, well, because I was thinking if it's the same level, that's a neat little touch from the developers, because the Imperial is a well-financed and backed military force. I kept want to say institute. Whereas the Stormcloaks aren't. I mean, yeah, they're backed and supported by Ulfric Jarl, so he has money, but not as much as, you know, the Imperial army. So their gear isn't as high of a quality. Drop those. Drop that. So I just thought it was a nice touch, but maybe it's not, because once it's studded, the Imperial armor was studded, and I can't remember if that's just how they all are, or if if there's studded Stormcloak armor.
Found the key. Let's see if it opens that door. That's it. Come on, let's get out of here before the dragon brings the whole tower down on our heads.
Well, lead the way. Earlier I said that I had completed all factions and guilds and stuff, and that's actually incorrect. The one I have never done is the Civil War. I don't know why, I've just never had an interest in it. Oh, what the heck?
That's all you got.
Where are you at, dude? Why aren't you helping? These Imperial guys are doing... Now,
storeroom.
How?
See if you can find any potions. We'll need them.
How freaking strong are you? That Imperial guy I was fighting, I barely got his health down, and then he turns, Rayloff turns around and hits him once, and the dude just drops. Doesn't make any sense. No, you don't have anything I want. Neither do you. Okay, I didn't think so. But this is actually my... I was saying something before I entered this room. I can't remember what now. I never gather food. Whoop. Magic, salt pile. Pots, pans, health. Nope. The barrels. There we go. Thought I could search that, but... Let's see. Pretty sure these just have food in them. Yep, just food. But this is actually my second attempt at filming a Let's Play for Skyrim. I was doing the Creation Club, the Creation Club's survival mod, but I really wasn't impressed with it. The idea of it.
Troll's blood. It's a torture room. Hear that?
Yep, and people are dying. Oh, I didn't favorite that one sword. There we go. Oh, my bad.
No more. I yield.
Too late.
Oh well.
Whoa, ran off. Wait, what? Who must have ran off?
Haven't seen him since the dragon showed him.
Don't want the mace. Can you search the?
Wait a second.
No.
Looks like there's something in this cage. It's locked. See if you can get it open with some picks. We might need that gold once we get out. Grab.
I love the lockpicking in here, and I'm glad they kept it. Like I never quite understood the lockpicking in Oblivion. I really wasn't good at it. Constantly screwed it up. Yeah, I can sell this. And this I'm just going to do to increase my lockpicking skill. But I never quite got the hang of lockpicking in Oblivion. I constantly screwed it up, and one of the first things I did was go and get the skeleton key, the Daedric key. That was usually one of the first things I did, or I did it as soon as I could. Can't remember if you can do it right away or not. Oh, whoa, calm down. But I was so horrible at lockpicking and that I had to have it. I couldn't open up any. What did it just say? Oh, I never knew there was a lockpick laying there. 2 lockpicks. Huh. I never knew that. I remember seeing the book and the dagger before, but not the lockpicks. Yeah, mace, a shield. I'm not going to use a shield. Then, yeah, I searched all that stuff. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pick all of these locks real quick. I think the only one that has anything worthwhile is this one. It has some gold in it. Pretty sure the other ones don't have anything. Oh, here we go. I am not being delicate with this joystick at all. There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, there you are. Now, I really think it's odd that the skeleton has gold on it, but the body doesn't. I think somebody would be more willing to loot the body, or loot the skeleton than the body. Or at least they would have looted it before it deteriorated to a skeleton. Alright, let's go. Keep going. Now, I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to handle this Let's Play.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius arrives.
Oh, I'll wait till
to be killed by a dragon. We need to pull that. And escaping.
I'll get back to that in a second. Come on. Yeah, these guys block a lot. Oh, I leveled up already. And lady, you don't want to stand there. Neither do you. Oh, they weren't even on it. That's a waste. Oops. Well, my own guy's attacking me here in a second. I think I've killed all my own partners. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up the iron dagger. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah.
Let's go on ahead. See if the way is clear.
See. Not yet. I'm gonna go around and loot everybody real quick, and then I'll run and catch up with him. Now, typically after I'm done clearing out a room, that's when I go through and do all my looting. So I believe that how I'm gonna handle dungeons and stuff to save on time is I'm gonna clear out the dungeon, and then I'm gonna cut the footage, go back through, loot the bodies and everything. If I find something worthwhile, yeah, I know you're over there. If I find something worthwhile, I will upload that part of it and then just cut back out after that until I'm done clearing the area out and move on to the next room, or ready to advance further into the catacombs or dungeon or whatever. I'm gonna keep talking throughout this one though, because there's a couple things I wanted to, or something else I wanted to explain. I tried doing the survival mode. That's what I was saying earlier. I wanted to do the survival mod, but I really wasn't having fun with it. I like the idea of it, and some of the things they did were pretty neat. Like, I didn't know this, but if you play as a Khajiit, it adds... You have a special bonuses that other characters don't. Like, because of your Khajiit blood, I'm guessing they mean because of the fur, when they said blood, your 50%, you had a 15 warm point bonus permanently, and then you could eat raw foods where other people couldn't without getting sick.
Let's see where this goes.
Without getting sick. Which I thought was pretty neat. But once I started playing, I just really wasn't having fun with it. The cold effect, I mean, it sucked having to constantly deal with it. The hunger, they're actually watch this collapse. That's cool.
Better push on. The rest of them will have to find another way out.
No point in going this way. There's treasure down here, fool. I don't think I've ever actually watched it. Can't remember if I have or haven't. But, skeleton. Yep, more gold. But having to deal with the warmth and the cold was frustrating. And then having to deal with the hunger, which I thought would have been really cool, it wasn't. I mean, no matter what I ate, it seemed like within 2 or 3 minutes, I was feeling peckish again. And my stamina... Ow, what the hell? Did that bone hurt me? You don't know it doesn't go anywhere. Did you get under there and crawl? That doesn't go anywhere. But, I thought you could search that body.
Come on.
You are impatient. But yeah, having to deal with the food system, the hunger and everything was just annoying. Every 5 minutes he was peckish, and then instantly the stamina was draining. It was frustrating to constantly deal with. At first I was just eating random foods thinking that didn't matter. Then I started going through and actually cooking up recipes and meals, and that didn't seem to matter. I mean, I was going out and buying food specifically to make like what seemed to be a very big recipe, and it seemed like within a few minutes I was still hungry again. I don't know if I was doing. I'm assuming I was doing something wrong because I heard some people do rant about how they love the survival system, but to me it was just frustrating, and I wasn't having that much fun with it. So this is actually my second attempt at doing it. I do plan on imposing some limits to myself. I'm not going to say I can't fast travel. I don't mind walking around, but once you get late in the game, when you have like 50 million miscellaneous quests to do and all of these other main quests, and they're all across Skyrim, you could have hours and hours of gameplay of just walking and walking and walking. To me, that's frustrating as hell. Starting off, I don't mind it. Don't mind exploring and finding the places. And finding the areas. I'm always finding new pathways and shortcuts, and that's pretty cool. But late game, no. I'm going to fast travel a lot once I start getting some new areas. One limit I am going to put on myself is leveling while you're leveling up. I'm not going to say I have to go to sleep. I typically don't sleep ever in Skyrim. I know you get a bonus for it, but I usually become a werewolf, so you don't get that bonus when you sleep, so I just don't. And then, but the limit I'm going to impose on myself is that I can't level up when I'm inside of dungeons or catacombs when I'm clearing them out. I mean, I can't level up in the middle of a fight. Once I finish a fight, yeah, I can level up, but I can't save my level up for the boss fight and then use it in the middle of the boss fight and save my potions and stuff like that. No, it's either I level up before the fight or after, not during. And then I think there was another limit I was going to impose on myself, but I can't remember what. No, there wasn't. I was trying to think of some, and I couldn't. But if anybody watching, or possibly watching this, has any limits or cool little challenges for me, I wouldn't mind doing that, or I wouldn't mind listening to them and, thinking about it, seeing if it's something I'd want to do. I think the only one I'm gonna say I'm against is being a vampire and doing the night-only plays. I've only heard of a few people doing them because I can't stand being a vampire in the Elder Scrolls games. It's very frustrating to go through a dungeon, finish it, and to step outside and then instantly die. Or, depending on the level of your vampirism, yeah, you could instantly die, and then have to stop and sit there and wait until night, and then going around trying to feed on somebody to lower your vampirism so you could be in the sun for a while or something like that, just so you can sell some things. And to me, it's very tedious work, and I never enjoyed it. But let's go ahead and save that, then I'll move forward. Oh, I never even equipped my bow. There we go. Oh, you son of a... Stop! Damn, Ray! It's killing them! I'm gonna keep firing. He tore them up!
I hate those damn things. Too many eyes, no?
Too many eyes. I think I fired like 3 arrows, and or 3 or 4 arrows, and I only hit 1. I did not contribute to this fight. That's another thing. I typically do not play with companions. As I said, I like stealth and sneaking around and sniping people, and having a companion just destroys doing that. I mean, they completely suck. Like, I actually hate the missions when I have to have a companion. It frustrates me. Like, I remember I was doing one mission, and I went and I tried to tell. It was for the Thieves Guild, and I had somebody following me, and we were down there with the Thalmor. Not the Thalmor, I can't remember what they're called. The ugly ass elf things that mutated. I cannot think of what they're called. Anyways, we were down there with them, and I went to go tell my partner I was going to move ahead and start sniping a bunch of them. And I went to go tell my partner to stay and wait. And here we are sneaking through, because, you know, they're following my lead, so if I snuck, they snuck. And I turn around, and like, I can just imagine this in my head, like in a real life situation. I'm telling them, like whispering, "Hey, wait, stay here. I'm gonna go ahead." And my partner turns and looks at me and screams, "Okay!" And instantly the whole dungeon knew we were there, and they all just attacked us in one go. And I was like, "Mother," or man, it's like we're clearly sneaking. How do?
There's a bear just ahead. See her? I'd rather not tangle with her right now. Let's try to sneak by. Just take it nice and slow. And watch where you step. Or if you're feeling lucky, you can take this bow. Might take her by surprise. Go ahead. I'll follow your lead and watch your back.
See, it was kind of like that situation, but actually this time reversed. Here I am talking all loud and stuff, and I was like, "Shh, there's a bear." But yeah, it just gets frustrating as hell to design your character to play a certain way. I am sneaking. To design your character a certain way, then you get stuck doing these missions where you can't play that way.
That was close.
To me, it's just frustrating. Oh no, there's nothing. I always want to go up there and explore, but there's nothing up there. Oh, this is the end of it.
That looks like the way out. I knew we'd make it.
Yeah, so once I step out of here, it's going to start going through all the mods and everything and loading them up. And that's when I'll start going over those, and you can see everything and the ones I'm actually going to use. Sorry, head niche. To Skyrim.